Have you ever offered someone your help, only to feel completely drained afterward? Like your time, your energy, even your kindness was taken for granted? The Stoics taught something profound. Kindness is a virtue, but without clarity, it becomes a trap. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." But here's the catch: being good doesn't mean you help everyone. It doesn't mean you rescue people who don't want to be saved. In fact, helping the wrong person isn't compassion. It's self-destruction. So today, let's look at 7 types of people a Stoic should never help, not out of judgment, but out of wisdom. Because your peace is sacred, and not everyone deserves a seat at your table. But let's begin with one of the most deceptive of them all. The person who doesn't need help, just control. Some people don't want help. They want access to your time, your trust, your energy. And they get it by wearing weakness like a costume. They don't ask for support because they're struggling. They ask because they know your heart is open. They know you're kind. And that's exactly how they trap you. Epictetus warned us, "A wolf may look like a dog, but you don't invite it into your home." And yet, how many times have we done just that? Thinking we're helping when really we're handing over the keys to our peace. A Stoic doesn't just see pain. He looks deeper. He sees intention behind the expression. He knows that not all tears are honest, and not all cries deserve rescue. Before you offer your hand, ask yourself, are you lifting someone up or letting someone pull you down? Now, while the deceiver hides behind weakness, the next type wears entitlement like armor. And trust me, they'll drain you just as fast. Some people don't ask for help, they expect it, like it's something the world owes them. You give once, and it's not appreciated, it's assumed. You say no once, and suddenly, you're the bad guy. Have you met someone like that? Someone who takes your kindness not with gratitude, but with entitlement? It's like pouring water into a cup with no bottom. No matter how much you give, it's never enough. Marcus Aurelius warned us, don't waste your life speculating about others. Because when you spend energy trying to understand the entitled, they're already finding new ways to take more. Stoic wisdom reminds us, give with heart, but don't give from guilt. Real generosity isn't about saying yes to everyone. It's about knowing when your no protects your soul. But what if the harm doesn't come from taking advantage of you, but from refusing to help themselves? Let's talk about the self-destructive. Some people don't fall into chaos. They walk right into it, eyes wide open. You try to warn them. You offer advice. You stay up late, hoping they'll turn things around. But they don't want change. They just want someone to soften the crash every time they choose destruction. Seneca once said, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. And that's exactly what they do. They waste today, believing tomorrow will magically fix everything. Helping them may feel noble. But let's be honest, it's like pouring water into the ocean. Effort without impact. Stoic wisdom says this, your energy is a sacred currency. Spend it where it can grow, not where it gets swallowed whole. Some people choose chaos. Others choose blame every single time. And that brings us to the next type, the perpetual victim. Some people live as if the world is always against them. Every setback, someone else's fault. Every mistake, someone else is doing. They don't want solutions, they want sympathy on demand. And the more you give it, the more they rely on blame like it's oxygen. Seneca said it best, it's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. And those stuck in victimhood waste the most repeating the same story, pointing the same finger. But here's the hard truth. You can't carry someone who refuses to walk. Stoic insight? Lend your strength, but only to those who are ready to rise. Not to those who've made helplessness their home. But even harder than dealing with blame is facing the one who resents you for trying to help. This next type is painful and dangerous. This is the hardest lesson of all. Some people will hate you for helping them. They accept your support, but deep down, it reminds them of what they lack. Your strength becomes a mirror to their weakness. And instead of gratitude, they offer resentment. You didn't shame them. You didn't judge them. But still, they twist your kindness into proof that they're inferior, and then punish you for it. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." But the resentful, they don't want growth. They want you to sink just low enough to make them feel tall. Stoic wisdom warns us. Helping them is like planting seeds in poisoned soil. Nothing good can grow there, only more bitterness. Not all threats are loud. Some come softly, with small talk and tired eyes. Let's look at the ones who drain your spirit in silence. They don't yell. They don't demand. In fact, they often come with a smile. But after every conversation, you feel empty. These are the energy drainers, people who complain, vent, gossip, then vanish when you're the one in need. They don't seek clarity. They seek an audience. They don't want to grow. They want to loop the same story over and over until you're just tired. And the cost? Your peace. Your mental space. Little by little, it's chipped away not by cruelty, but by emotional weight that was never yours to carry. Here's the Stoic truth. Friendship uplifts. Connection should renew you, not quietly bleed you dry. And then there are those who don't lash out. They just refuse to look within. The hardest to reach are the ones who can't face their own reflection. There's a certain kind of person who runs not from others, but from themselves. Every time you gently hold up a mirror, they flinch. They call it judgment. You offer insight, they hear attack. You show a pattern, they cry betrayal. But the truth is, they're not afraid of you. They're afraid of what they'll see if they ever stop and truly look inward. Growth requires honesty, and honesty requires courage. Without it, they stay stuck blaming the world for wounds they refuse to treat. Stoic wisdom reminds us, don't fight someone's inner war for them. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is let them face their own reflection. Helping others is a beautiful thing, but not everyone is yours to rescue. Some battles aren't yours to fight. Some people aren't ready to receive what you offer. A Stoic isn't cold-hearted, he's just clear-eyed. He gives with intention, not obligation. He draws boundaries, not walls. And he understands that peace is a responsibility, not a reward. So if this message resonates with you, let it land in your life. Comment below, I choose peace over pity. And if you're ready to walk the path of clarity and courage, subscribe to Stoic True Wisdom, where we rise through reason, not emotion.